Hello, everybody, because it's probably got me live, even though it's still telling me that I'm not. How are you guys all tonight? I am here. I am awake. Let me say hi. Somebody message Miss Tracy for me if you would. Hey, Lori. I forgot to send her a text and let her know. Ooh, I got a like from somebody already. Yay. 2 likes. That's always nice. So how are you guys tonight? Ooh, Lori and Sherlock. There we go. We got both of you. So I have a little bit of a scratchy throat. I've had it for a couple days. And so I may sound a little froggy tonight. Tracy! Yay! It's telling me this meeting is being live streamed. Thank you, thank you. All of you look lovely in blue. I love those blue wrenches you got. And it is Moderator Appreciation Day. Yay, mods. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys volunteering to help. And I appreciate you guys here just being here to help me out. So we're going to start with good news first. Looky, no Band-Aid. I painted my nail today. Had to call Tracy for emergency help on how to do this, because my fingernail's still split, but she helped me figure out how to cover that up. You were doing what I said. Yes, I asked her to message you because I got tied up with something else right before we went live. Hello, Nancy. How are you tonight? I kind of got sidetracked. I was getting things ready for the live, and Wayne comes in and says, I've got a really, really bad cold. And I was like, well, have you tested? And he's like, tested for what? I said, for the big bad C. And so my chemist husband struggled his way through the crazy at-home test. You know what I'm talking about. This one, he's positive, guys. I mean, his test started turning colors almost as soon as he put his sample in. So I am now waiting on my test, which so far has not even hinted at changing colors. So we will find out in a few minutes. You guys are going to get to find out with me, because I did it like right before I came on live. That's why I wasn't early like I normally am. So you guys cross your fingers. I don't know whether it's better for me to not be positive or to be positive. I live in the same house with him. He does most of our cooking. You know? Yeah, thank you, Nancy. Well, I'm hoping that he just has a mild case. We're going to call the teledoc after the live. No necking. Oh, mine's done. I'm clear. But yeah. Yes, we're going to have fun over the next week or so, trying to figure out how to manage this. I'm at high risk, so I really don't want to have it anyway. But me not having it and him having it is going to make some things a bit more complicated over this next couple of weeks. I'm negative, he's positive. So we'll be checking in with the teledoc. Yeah, we'll be checking in to find out what we need to do. We have 2 bathrooms. I hate to make him sleep on the couch though when he's sick, and I can't move my bed away. You know, we sleep together. Oh, I will, Lori. We got all the tests when they were sending them to people in the US for free. We ordered tests every time. So yeah, I'll test again in like 3 days, or most of our cooking. And we were in the car together today going to town for my jury duty and all that stuff. Yeah, you guys, I have to tell you about that one. That'll be fun. But let's do numbers. Yeah, I hope it's mild for him too. I'm like, ugh. And we had both avoided it until now. I mean, that's pretty doggone good that we, neither one of us got it until right now, 3 years in. All right, so numbers. Colleen, 1166. She's doing good. Sylvia's at 841. Dawn at My Quilt Projects is at 932. Brandy is at 481. Miss Ellen's at 710. Super Steph is at 16.6K. Go Steph. Wayne's at 752. And Shannon at Slay Arts is at 462. And I am, excuse me, a few away from 2,700. So yeah, big, big, big deal. I'm happy for everybody. And the mods have made a huge contribution. You guys don't even know. If you're watching this in replay, most of the people that are in my chat right now are moderators. And I just want to say to all of you guys, I really appreciate your support. I don't even know that I'd still be doing YouTube if it wasn't for you guys. Y'all make me happy, 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 and keep me sane when I'm ready to go off the deep end. So lots of new projects coming. Colleen is doing the Quilt Builder card deck book, and she's doing blocks out of there. In case you guys missed it today, she forgot to do the number draw, the random number draw on her live. So she went back in and did a quick private live and did the random number draw. And I think she came up with 51 and the Linton block, Linton. Is that right, Colleen? And I had never seen this particular block before. I think it kind of looks like a Jacob's ladder, but it's made with half square triangles. So you need to go check out that live. It's only like 3 minutes long. Ooh, I saw a heart. I saw a heart go up the side. Yay. So check that out. And I'm interested to see how Colleen's going to make that one, because it's the HSTs go at an angle, like in a diamond shape around the block. It's really cool looking. So I'm waiting to see how she does that. And then Sylvia is still doing slow stitch. She's doing some 4-inch swap blocks. Is that right, Colleen? And she's got 25 of them to make. I'm like, really? 25? That seems like an awful lot, but what do I know, right? I know nothing. And then we've got a surprise one coming for you guys based on some of those towels that Colleen's been doing. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be all three of us doing that project. We're going to do a live together. And then, well, it's going to be a pre-recorded live because everybody is on at so many different times and we're in different time zones. So we're going to do a pre-recorded live. We'll all three put it up. And then in that, you'll find out more about what that long-term project's going to be. I'm hoping that that one's going to be fun for us and for you guys. And then I did. Hello, Miss Ellen. I just was talking about you. Yes, on both your chat stopped. This is, you guys may have seen this short. Monsieur Dane, Master Dane, whatever they call babies these days. I still need to put there is a stabilizer called Soft and Silky. I need to take the stabilizer paper off the back of here And then I want to put soft and silky on the back of it. It irons on, but I need to cut it to the exact measurements of the bib. And then once I put that together, then I can give the quilt and the bib a wash to get the rest of the water soluble stabilizer off of here and gift it. Yes, isn't it cute? And I used some of the fabric that was left over from his quilt in there. So I think that makes it tie together. And this didn't come out exactly like I thought it was going to, with that variegated thread, but I kind of like it. It kind of gives me like Cheshire Cat vibes. You know what I mean? The cat from Alice in Wonderland kind of gives me those vibes. So I'm really happy with how that came out. And when I first told, I guess my aunt told my cousin that I had made her a quilt, and my cousin was kind of like, oh, okay. And then I sent my aunt pictures of it, and she says my cousin likes it because it's not old lady colors, it's more modern stuff. And the stabilizer paper just comes out of here really easily. It won't stay. So, and even if I left it in here and then put the soft and silky on there, it would wash out. It would just be little balls of paper behind the soft and silky, and I don't want that. So I'm just pulling this paper out of here. But I think I got really lucky. Hey, Crystal, how are you tonight? She sent me a quilt pattern right before I went live. And so I got to check that out too tonight and see what all the ins and outs of that one are. It was from a quilt, some kind of quilt magazine. I don't remember which one because I only glanced at it since I was busy with other stuff. But I'm really liking that. And that's almost all that paper out of there already. That was really quick. I've got one more spot where I can feel it in. But like I said, that soft and silky, I mean, I could probably just trim up the little threads right there and it would be soft enough to be on a baby. But I think I'm going to use that soft and silky anyway, just to make sure there's nothing that's going to irritate his skin. You make bibs too, Miss Ellen? I normally make my own bibs from fabric, but I have these little Gerber bibs that I had bought a while back to use as samples. And I thought, yeah, let me go ahead and use that. Then I don't have to try to put Velcro or buttons or whatever. Oh, your washer has gone out. That stinks. That absolutely stinks. Heading to the laundromat. Are you in Central Time, Crystal? Is that right? Making sure I got all the paper. But I'm going to do that off of here. Awesome. Awesome. Bibs are fun because you can, I mean, they're small enough that you can put any design you want on them. I made one of my imaginary friends. I've got a group of AOL ladies that I've been talking to since the early 90s. And one of them asked me to make a otter bib for a family member for her. So I did it with some batting underneath when I embroidered it. So it made the otter kind of, you know, puff up, and then put that one together and sent it to him. And I got pictures back of him wearing it. It was so cute. So cute. So bibs really do pay you back, you know, no matter what you charge for them. Getting those cute pictures of the babies wearing them is always fun. Yeah, I hate when you have to replace it, especially anymore. They want to sell you front loaders and all this crazy stuff. I'm like, no, that's not fun. Not fun at all. Just double check. I'm still not showing any signs of, at least on the test. So yeah, we're gonna do that for sure. So when are you getting your new washer, Crystal? Or are you going to be stuck going to the laundromat for a bit? They're expensive, and I know they are. And then like I said, I was prepping to do something on the live tonight for you guys. I was going to show you how I'm designing my next embroidery project, but I kind of got sidetracked by that COVID testing stuff. They sure do, Nancy. A used 1-year-old washer for $1,300. You would think that the things were made out of gold. 2 weeks. Well, that shouldn't be too horrible. It was going to be 2 months. My washer takes like an hour to do a load of laundry, and it has this sensor, and it always wants to put this much water in there. And I'm like, that is not going to wash a load of clothes. And when you pull body odor, folks, okay? Body odor. They do not take care of body odor. They don't soak the clothes in enough water and enough soap to get that kind of stuff out of there. And we live on a farm, folks. We get sweaty. It's not like we're dipping our clothes in water because, we wore them to the office for a minute and then came back home. We might have mud or, animal excrement or sand from the road or grass or whatever on it. They need to wash. I wish mine would fill the tub. I swear I've threatened to take a water hose in there and add more water to it just to get enough water to do a load of laundry. Yeah, they do take forever to do a load. And when we went to buy this washer, we went to Home Depot, and we walked in there, and my head is going to itch now, and I don't know why. We walked in there, and I told the guy, I said, I want a top loader with an agitator, and I want something with spin buttons. I don't want electronic things that you got to push. Well, even that modern washer is just, I want one of those old-fashioned wringer washers. I would rather do that than deal with what this doesn't wash. Give me a wringer washer like my granny had, put a hose in it, put the soap in, put the clothes in, run them through the wringer, rinse them, bring them again, hang them out, or put them in the dryer. I don't care. But it would just seems like that would get things cleaner, So, and I actually, every once in a while, some ASMR sounds are really cool for me. And I've put it on full load, Nancy, and it doesn't seem to help. I mean, I've even put it on heavy wash and deep load, and it's still, trickling a little bit of water in there. There's probably something wrong with it, and it should go to that, but it doesn't. So, yeah. Fun. I'm just looking at those tests going, oh no. I don't even know what you're supposed to do these days. It's all changed. Yours filled the load and just stopped? Oh no. I put when I was a little kid, I was a skinny little kid, and I was helping Granny, and my little hand went through it. She released it. I wasn't hurt either. But I've heard that they can be pretty tough on your hands and stuff. Yeah, and I had long hair back then too, but I always wore it pulled back. Yes, I appreciate if you pay the rent, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever. I even appreciate it when you give me dislikes on my lives. I just kind of laugh about it at this point. I call it me paying my rent for all the likes that I get, I'm just like, whatever. That's the best you got to do with your life and you're that bored. have at it. Like, whatever. Um, so the other thing that I wanted to ask you guys about tonight, August. I need a theme for August. Um, I want to make like a set of 12 themed towels or something. Thank you, Miss Ellen. I appreciate that. And I've got everything but August. And the only thing I can come up with for August is like seed packets, because in Florida, that's when you really start planting. Oh, okay. But that's when in Florida you start planting. But I don't know what else to put for August. Any ideas, guys? And if you're watching the replay and you have an idea, please feel free to put it in the comments. I do read all my comments. I publish those that are appropriate, and I may be going to just holding those that are inappropriate before too long. Now that I say that, we'll start getting cruddy comments again. Under the Sea for August. That's an idea, Miss Ellen. We do spend a lot of time at the beach in August, or we used to. I don't anymore, but it's hot enough that you can definitely go there. I may have to think about that. No, autumn is September. I've got leaves for September. Hi, Deb. How are you tonight? So, for those who came in later, I am no longer wearing a Band-Aid. It's mostly healed up. I have a little bit of a dimple at the end of my finger, and I won't get that too close. But I painted my nails today. Miss Tracy gave me some tips on how to, because the nail's still split, but she gave me some tips on how to cover that up. So I have all my fingers back to working order, which is good. I'm doing well tonight. It was nice seeing you this morning. It's nice seeing you tonight. Trying to come up with an autumn theme. Yeah, beach was probably a good idea. I hadn't thought about that. And now my brain is going, beach theme. Ooh, you could do seashells, or you could do life preservers, or you could do, well, you know, a million things. So yeah. Lemons and navy blues. That's a pretty color combination. I did see some really cute lemon embroideries today, but I don't really feel like paying someone else for an embroidery file. I'm wanting to create my own to go on my towels. I'd like to make me towels for every month of the year, you know, pretties. And if I don't end up liking them, then I will box them up and give them as gifts to the daughters. They will love them. Be right up their alleys. And I was going to do all of mine the way Colleen is doing hers, but I'm thinking now maybe I might try different ways of hanging them, like over your stove thing, over your handle. There's the word, stove thing. But I may try different ways of doing it and show different methods. I don't know. It's all kind of up in the air. I don't think of August as autumn. I think of August as still summer. September is, you know, going into autumn for me. That's when you start wearing sweaters if you're up north, and the leaves start turning at the end of September. Go back to school. Maybe they put it as autumn because September is usually back to school. Miss Ellie, Miss Deb says hello. A beach chair with an umbrella would look cool. Deb, I'm the queen of typos. I don't know. You know, thank goodness she can read typo most of the time whenever I throw them at her. This is going to be interesting. A beach chair with an umbrella would be cool. I think I might even be able to draw that up myself. Because I was kind of thinking for whatever I do for August, I was thinking of doing some applique and some embroidery. Dawn, yay! Hello, Dawn. That's what I normally use as flour sack towels. So are flip-flops, Lori. Flip-flops are really common on Florida stuff. Flip-flops, beach chairs, umbrellas, that kind of stuff. I do like the idea of the lemons and the navy blues. I could see that with a pitcher, a couple of lemons laying around it, navy blue for the top part of the towel. That would be really cute. That would be really cute. Don, I have a complaint about Jack's circles. When you did the reveal, I was looking at it going, how did she do that? And then I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. So I've got to go watch the long video on that. And I just haven't had time to watch long video on anything here lately. It seems like I went into Super Stuff's live the other night, hung out there for a while. Limes and lemons, yeah, that would be cute. And then I went into Shannon's the other morning, but I didn't stay very long. I had crazy stuff going on around here. So I just said hello and went out. Yeah, I need to go look at that again and figure out how to make it. Because I like the pattern. Doesn't mean I'm going to make it anytime soon. But I was looking at it, and usually I can figure patterns out fairly quickly. But you have gotten me a couple of times. That tessellating tees, I'm going to have to watch the video to figure out how to make that block when that comes up. And the Jack's circles or Jack's chains that you did, I'm going to have to look at more closely. So, yeah, and I need more drink. I didn't fill my glass up before we started the live either. I was going to show you guys how to make the flange binding like I put on that little quilt, but I didn't have a chance to get some fabric cut. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, Colleen. Shutting your computer off when hubby gets home. I mean, you know, you got to spend some time with him too, or shoot him one. Colleen's husband told her she had to wear a mask to come to my live tonight. I was like, yeah, everybody got jokes. I don't, yeah. Mom and Pop were doing one that I really like the way it goes together. But the pattern was $15, and I was like, I could sit and look at that block for a little while and figure it out without having to pay $15 for a pattern. Sorry. And it really killed me because it had been on sale the week before for $5. I might have bought once they make the whole quilt. There's another one. It's a scrap quilt called Dirty Laundry. Yeah, that pattern seemed a little expensive to me. Might have been, I might have been more willing to pay that much for it if it had been going to Mom and Pop, but you are wearing a mask, okay, Colleen? Yeah. There's one that I haven't been able to figure out, and now I can't find where the link for the pattern is. It was I think it was called Dirty Laundry, but it was like 3-inch long by 2.5-inch squares, 2.5-inch squares by 2.5. Yeah, the Warrants of Our Stars is really pretty. But the laundry quilt that I saw, I've got a picture of it saved in my Pinterest. I just haven't gone back and looked at it, but it's a lot of squares and they go together in a specific order. That one might be worth buying just to get that specific order. Yeah. Well, next time maybe you did send me a heads up and I missed it. My brain has not been all here lately. Oh, jury duty. I meant to tell you guys about this. So y'all know that I went a day early um, to jury duty back in April, right? Yeah, I was trying to remember the pattern name too. So anyway, I went a day early for jury duty back in April and they excused me. So I didn't think a whole lot of it. And then I got last week another jury duty summons for this week. And my brain was telling me that it was for Tuesday because the last time it was for Tuesday. So I get up this morning and I'm getting all ready to go into Colleen's Live. And I looked down at that jury duty summons because I knew I needed to take my medical excuse form to the courthouse today. And I realized that I'm supposed to be there at 8:45 and it was like 7:15 here. And we're like between half an hour and an hour from town, depending on traffic and whether we hit, the Bermuda Triangle between here and town. So Wayne jumps up, I jump up, we get dressed, we go to town. And I go in and I go to the clerk's office that's downstairs at the courthouse. None of this is easy. I use a walker when I walk any distance at all at this point because of the knees. And I can walk it. The problem is that afterwards I won't be able to walk for a couple of days if I don't use the walker. So I go in and I give them my summons, my doctor signed excuse form, all the stuff I'm supposed to have. And the girl says, oh, you'll have to take this upstairs to the other clerk. So I took it upstairs to the other clerk and I'm trying to hand it to her. And she's like, no, you have to go in there and stand in this line. And that clerk will decide whether you're excused or not. So I stand in the line. And excuses. And I'm like, I don't care. Here's my medical excuse. The excuse, then, I have all these issues, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, then you should have had your doctor write them all down. I'm like, my doctor's brand new at this. She's never filled one out before. I have never filled one out before. So if they don't give me a permanent excuse at this point, then I am going to probably fill it out for my doctor in graphic, way more than you want to know detail, have her sign it and take it back in. Because what a pain in the butt. Really, the judge thinks he's God and can decide whether or not I can serve on a jury. I don't get 10 feet from a bathroom at home. You want me to sit in a jury box? I'm like, no, we're not doing this. So they did excuse me for today. So, we got to come back home and everything. And so hopefully the judge will sign off on it and I'll have a permanent exemption from jury duty. 10 years ago, when I went to jury duty, they threw me out. My dad's a cop. My brother was a cop. I've worked in 2 prisons and